I think the Jaguars are adopting the Rams five-star approach. Back when the Rams were either they had just won the Super Bowl or they were trying to win a Super Bowl, they had traded for Matthew Stafford. After they paid everybody, it was kind of a very top-heavy roster, and the rest of their team just fills in the gaps between those. And it was Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, I think Robert Woods, I want to say, Aaron Donald, and Jalen Ramsey. And all those guys were pretty much the top paid at their positions. You could argue they were the best at their positions. I think that was the year Cooper Kupp won the Triple Crown. The whole article, what they were highlighting is like, this is the Rams' new approach. Build it around five, really top line superstar guys, and everyone else, fills in and has their role. So for the Jaguars, that's starting to take shape for us, right? We've got Trevor Lawrence. Again, hasn't ascended to the superstar status, even though we paid him like one. We've got Brian Thomas Jr. Obviously, he's going to be on our team for years to come. Like, we're already earmarking cap for his extension. There's no way he's ever leaving us. Now, Travis Hunter, which is great because not only is he the second receiver, but he'll probably end up being the number one cornerback. So while the Rams had two positions they had to pay for that, we can pay one. Josh Allen, who's, had a down year, but still is the cornerstone edge of our defense. And the question is, who is that last spot going to be? There's lots of options. Maybe Trayvon Walker will really step up and it'll end up being that. That would be fine by me. I don't think it'd be a guy like Mason Smith. Like, if we had taken Mason Graham, maybe he would have, kind of become that guy. But, unless we get like a top flight defensive tackle, none of our linebackers are like really that like upper echelon superstar status, and none of the safeties are either. So it's either going to be Trayvon Walker if Mason Smith surprises everybody. But I think that's a core you can build a good team around, right? That team, so on offense is built on skill position, and on defense, our anchors would be in the trenches and in the secondary. So those are like the anchors of your whole team. So like when you're drafting, what do you focus on? Well, continue building the trenches. I love how we took Wyatt Malone. People think he's even going to start over Ezra Cleveland now. So as long as James Gladstone can keep picking and keeping our offensive line replenished and young and talented, I feel like you can usually find linebackers and running backs in the draft along with safeties. Like, those are positions where late round guys can end up moving up the ranks and doing well. I think I would have preferred if we had taken Xavier Watson in the third round and then waited to take Caleb Branshaw for our safety position, but it's what we ended up doing, and I think Caleb Branshaw wound up being pretty good. So my OTE takeaway is that I think that's where the Jaguars are headed. They want to be a five-headed monster, and hopefully Trayvon will take that step and be that other guy. But it'd be Trevor, Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, Trayvon Walker, and Josh Allen.